called Good Governance Ministry, where you have to let your voice be heard. But you have to do it in an orderly manner. You have to do it in a civil manner because we are in democracy. And we say you can say your own say and listen to the other person's point of view. That is what we are doing. My name is Buchi Messiani. You can call me Buchi Banga. And I will talk about all these little things. All of them are important if you would only listen. You can go to www.odenibofm.net and click listen live. And as well, you can go to Google Play Store or Apple Store to buy online radio box or night radio app. Any of them you can use to get to us if distance is the barrier, because as we here in Odenibo 99.1 FM, we say distance is never a barrier. We are in 21st century and I believe you can be part of this very program, but please, I would like you to listen to the topic of the day and every other thing in between. I have in the studios Mr. Chinedu Asoso. He is the publisher of BVI Channel 1, and BVI Channel 1 is the sponsor and power this very program, Good Governance Ministry. I would like you to listen to what we are going to talk today. Today is a brand new day. We had the other day, Saludo, Professor Charles Saludo, having to appoint a transition committee, and their work is likely to start from 22nd of January 2022. Around 17th, 22nd, today is 17th, and Saturday is 22nd at Golden Tulip. They say they have about 50, I think about 50 committee members. Yes, 80 committee members in general, which they have professors, they have PhD members, because the man is a PhD holder. He is a professor. When you talk about economics, and when you talk about accounting and everything, he knows it very well, and he's about to do justice as governor-elect. By March, he's going to be sworn in. So, Mr. Chinedu Asozu, our topic today is activating the master key to our freedom. I would like you at home to listen. Our topic today is activating the master key to our freedom. Yes, that very master key, what is it? And how can we activate it? In the Bible, if you get make a freedom, can you onwe? Imezie ka ọ bịa na isi njedebe, ka ọ bịa ka ọ mezue ime ka a na-ekwu. Anyị ma na ọ nwe ga-eme ka anyị nwee our freedom. Anyị ma na ọ nwe ife ga-emegasị. I wanna see kezi otu ga-esi wee mie. That very thing ga-eji mie ka Mr. Chinedu Asoso ga-akọwala anyị. Gị onye ma na-ege ntị, biko aga m achọ ka ige ntị maka ọnwa oge elu. Ịkpọ anyị na 090-614-14478 ma ọ bụkwa 070-381-55515. Mr. Chinedu Asoso, welcome to today's program.
Thank you, and to the listeners and viewers across the globe, thank you and welcome again on this program, a very powerful program to raise the consciousness of our people. And GGM is the revolution that is sweeping across. The message is simple, and our people are waking up. Talking about the topic of today, what we're looking at. Ega everywhere in the banning, wherever our people gather. If Ega na no our people clamoring for freedom. But our people don't understand what actually the freedom you seek. Freedom is relative. When you say you need freedom, you need freedom. Nobody is locking you up in your house, and you are here to be shouting, you need freedom. That's why BVI Channel 1, from day one, our fundamental ideology, the driving pillars of GGM, is to free our people. Economic freedom, social freedom, spiritual freedom, and political freedom. So we are using different vehicles to drive this vision. I mean BVI Channel 1. And GGM is on the driving seat when we come to political freedom, which is the most important freedom we seek. The most important freedom our people seek. In fact, all other freedom depends on this. The economic freedom, the social freedom, and the spiritual freedom depends hugely on your political freedom, because everything revolves around political decision. Your economy revolves around it. Your social status, your social security revolves around it. Even your spiritual freedom revolves around your political decision. Some people will say, no, spiritual freedom is the ultimate. Let me tell you, my people, as long as this life is concerned, spiritual freedom depends on the level of political freedom you have or you seek. Especially in Africa, things are hard. Economy is hard. It's biting. The school systems are not working. The health systems are not working. What will revive them is political decisions that will revive them. But you know what? Our people have now put all their hope and trust in divine healing because their health sector has failed. They depend on divine protection because there is no security for them as a result of failed political system. Our people seek for job, for employment, for breakthrough, especially our young ones who tell boutique at all means. Doings. But they forget everything revolves around who takes the decisions that affects them. So that's why GGM is a revolution our people must embrace. Because when we get it, every other thing falls in place. And because of that, I laugh at my people. Because for over a long time, I did politically docile and gullible. Thank God for the message of GGM, which is now waking up our people from the political slumber. And today we'll be looking at the master key. Get the master key or our people will be politically free. And what is the essence of us galvanizing our energy together to secure our political freedom in Nigeria? Everybody is talking about marginalization from Igbo, including politicians from Igbo extraction. Marginalize Nigeria Igbo presidency. Have you ever heard of Yoruba presidency or Hausa presidency or this one presidency? No. All one and Igbo presidency. If no president or president in Igbo. It is because of the political situation we found ourselves in Nigeria that the big wigs of political parties in Nigeria are sidelined Igbo completely. The most, I'll never not use stupid, but the most, this thing, now, let us go to the center. Let us go to the center. What are you going to the center to do? Whereas your house is not in order. Let us go to the center. Let us go to the center. Let us go to the center. What are you going to the center to do? Whereas na begging our boko. We must come inward and rebuild ourselves from inside. We must sanitize our political space and flush out never-do-wells from occupying public trust, from occupying public offices. This is no time to segregate among us. All those things are divide and rule. It is time for us to bond together. And I say, and I'll keep saying, whether Masoludo or Choria, he must succeed. He must succeed. I want any other option than to succeed. And BGM is here to ensure that. Because so Anambra State is the template I get set as a model for good governance. Get spread across the southeast. Indoors and Ngumi from here. When people say, hey, let us go to the center, I say, foul. We must come back home. We must have what I call one political bloc. I know one political bloc, it will drive our freedom in Nigeria. Economic freedom, social freedom, and even spiritual freedom too. About that now, and when a governance the people can trust, the people can have confidence in. I can tell you, in the Banya, when I economic development they be those tribal. About when somebody where that political will, know about the victims of failed system are offered out. Monday Marikababu. That condition may use Zifa. Or at the receiving end, the society at large. About when they put a town, say, now twirling them up and down. And also one of the things I did Soludo must look into. Flushing them out of the streets is not the solution, but giving them what to do, engaging them. And then I go set here up our template on our social contract. Ijenia na productivity and economy. All the there. Number one, or some of the attributes known as that provision in our social contract. Bona can set here up agricultural estates. We said it. I made the presentation during the public hearing on ban on open grazing. See, but they should set up 3 agricultural estates now the whole senatorial zone so then Anambra State. Many of the attractive. Our people are banania and mass. On a video net trend. Some of you should, well, some of you want access to internet. Like I just said, make you sure. No, na our platform na BVI Channel 1 on the YouTube. Search for it. On a video get drop about this afternoon. It will open your eyes the more. I keep dropping videos every day and contents because 1 hour is not enough. Unu jeba una fu can you see our last in Nigeria? Or because na yengoro the men where the attitude, where the political will to do the needful for an Igbo to start rebuilding back to its original glory. Activating the master key. Gebido in raising the consciousness of our people to start participating in political issues that affects them. Before now, our people are not interested. Offer those who them a shop here, all the okay. And will continue to be slavishly industrious. I say non the Munduguma melody, non the one melody. No, we don't take that. Now our people should wake up, and that is the message GGM is bringing. Good governance ministry is a revolution. Nay, wake up the sleeping giants. Nay, wake up the consciousness of our people. Kafamalo, the powers we have if we come together and know that we will be the people. Now we be the government. Nandi also known as public trust, out of a public servants. The governors and all their appointees, Mandela State Assembly, they are public servants. They are there to serve the people and not themselves. That the godfathers are but the people but their godfather. And now can they understand? They stop saying that it is not possible. We've done it, it is possible. And we can do it in all the southeastern states. Although a political bloc. Look at China. When China went inward, locked themselves in and started rebuilding from inside. Today, China is the powerhouse of the world. The same thing can happen
right even in Nigeria as we speak. The restructuring we're talking about, I am making the program, restructuring and Igbo. We can have one economic policy that drive road network and go the southeast. You can travel across the southeast without meeting any pothole. It needs a political decision and vision. And then when you wrap up this my statement before we will go up and open up the lines. Bo, you made mention, Bushi, about the list. I also made a commentary which everybody is sharing on the social media. But for I say, hey, Asos, why didn't you make the list? I told them, I've said it time and over. I don't am interested in making any list or any appointment. Because GGM must stand out and be neutral so that our eyes are clear to say it the way it is. And I said that list, but one of the best things that has already begun to happen in Anambra State. For him to assemble team of technocrats, or because technocrats also, not technocrats on a go no be. Can do economically, socially, politically, and otherwise. These are men who will go interaction with some of them. One-on-one. If you don't do what it takes to do the needful. Cutting across the entire southeast of Anambra State on carbon care, when good spin for Naro. And so I can't read my one name. Man, I got a touch. And I got a touch. In the crop of people there, people from Abia State, Ebony State, Enugu State, Imo State, Abia State, they are all assembled together. This is the kind of spirit. This is the kind of political direction on the Ebony. And come 2023, we are going to overrun the whole southeast, bringing them under one political bloc, so that we can come in and start rebuilding an Igbo. On Ebony State or Kolun Keneje, on Imo State or Kolun Keneje, for politics to please Abuja, while our homeland is rotten, while our homeland is being destroyed. We cannot. We have to, unequal charity begins at home. So we have to start from home. So what we're talking about is that the key to our freedom ultimately lies on the political will of those who we allow to man our political space. And that is what GGM is here to deliver. To make sure that only men and women of proven integrity will have our public trust. That if you don't in any way do not fit into our plan, do not fit into our criteria, do not fit into people we categorize as people who qualify for the job, you can never get a vote in Igbo land. And that is where our strength lies. And my people, join what GGM is doing, be part of what GGM is doing, become GGM ambassador, start speaking up, start mobilizing people around you, because our life and our freedom depends on this. That is all we are bringing to you. And for you to join GGM and become an ambassador, you have to call these numbers. Take it 080-6098-2212. I repeat, 080-6098-2212. Or you call 0810-420-7522. Thank you.
Thank you. Remember, you are on to Good Governance Ministry, and it comes to you every Monday once it is 11 a.m. in the morning. And I thank you. You've listened to what Chinedu Asuzu said. He talked about the activation of the master key to our freedom. That is the topic of today, activating the master key to our freedom. And we could be asking what can be measures for examining the freedom. Because as you made mention of different things can mean different things to different people, or one thing can mean different things to different people. That is it. Yes, talking about freedom, some person may say we need political freedom, or we need democracy. And you made mention of China. China, some persons are saying, China, you're progressing, but you are not democratic. How can you be progressing without the main thing that is being used for measuring civilization, or measuring development, or measuring freedom?
Yeah.
That is democracy. Yes, because a governor may come in Anambra and feels like I need to safeguard you. Before I came in, people were talking about security, security. What I'm going to do now is to give you security. And the security he meant intentionally with good mind might be too high-handed to the people. It could be like, yes, if you move, we give it to you. There is no democracy, but there is security. Could that be freedom?
Okay, now let me address that very quickly because some people don't even understand what democracy is. Democracy is relative. What you call democracy in Nigeria is not the same democracy that is practiced in the United States. It's not the same democracy that is practiced in the United Kingdom. It's not the democracy you are getting from the Middle East. Democracy is relative, and we must understand that. You made mention of China. China is practicing their own kind of democracy. It depends on what you call it. Democracy, what's the meaning? Ọchịchị onye kwuo uche, ọgba ndị Igbo kwuru ya. And the government of the people, by the people, for the people. If it works within that frame, then it is democracy. The people might, according to their civilization, according to their aspiration, according to their norms and values, that is what you use to measure democracy.
No,
You
no,
don't use.
how do you measure it? You know why I'm saying this? Because some persons are complaining that when you talk about Igbo land, let us go to Ebonyi State. Ebonyi State being Dave Umahi. Yes, Dave Umahi. Dave Umahi being the governor of Ebonyi State. Somebody says you are doing infrastructure, it is going so well. But the infrastructure you are talking about doesn't translate to human capital development. To him, that is democracy. Some people say, okay, you're building bridges, you're building road, concrete and standard. But our people are still the poorest of the poorest in Southeast, almost in Nigeria. You don't think about human development. Can you give people development in that very honor or in that very manner without freedom? They are talking about give us both road infrastructure and human capital development so that we can say our minds. Can you give us freedom to protest peacefully? That is it.
Now, talking about development. Development cannot happen without the people. You know what truncated the civilization of Africa and ultimately making Africa to be backward is because we believe some people of the school of thought that development is important. No, development is something is progressive and it has to do with the people. You cannot develop without the people. Putting down bridges without developing the people is just an important development that will not make any impact. Let me give you an example. A kind of development we see in this part of the world is the kind of development we see street lights on the road shining upon potholes while the houses are in darkness. And what fuel. Is that development? I call it development turned upside down. Now, what you need to drive development is somebody that understands how economy works. Not just people who are career politicians, who do not have any antecedent when it comes to the issue of human capital development. They know nothing. They can't add any value. They can't make anything happen. So now, when we want to drive development, when we want to measure development, it has to be at par with the human capital development. And what drives human capital development is education, skills, and capital. You must fund them. Now, how do we achieve these things? The skills, the education system, all are revolved around political decisions. We have seen how dilapidated our educational system has become. Whereas the political class are taking their children abroad. Is that not what we're saying all these years? So that's why we say it revolves around political decision. Although that now our politicians are made to have their children go to public schools in their various states, they will fix the educational system so that everybody will have good education. That is where human capital development starts from. What about the skills? Or if I drive the economy of China and the capital. In their form as they buy on the street, they have skills, they have talents, but they are not groomed. They are not properly harnessed, and they are not funded. And many, in fact, like I do say that this country is a graveyard that buries dreams and talents. But it takes a political decision to reverse it. And we are using Anambra State as a model. I have strong confidence in the man coming in, but I got one year touch to do the needful.
Okay. Do you think, according to Anambra, I would like you to be doing these ones in one minute so that we open the phone line for the people to come in. Do you think over the years, let me see, since 1999, we've had, with this kind of standard of development and freedom in Anambra as a case study, we've had any governor that has got that kind of freedom to the people, development to the people, security, and you consider people as well? Do you think we've had that in Anambra since 1999 to 2022?
If you want to compare Anambra with other states, then I would relatively tell you that Anambra had a good share of both bad and good or fair governance.
Okay.
Because I'm in this state, I want to about strike in Anambra State, school system, we are all shut down for more than a year. I put on the all over, and now about strike left, right, and center. I'm a woman in Anambra State.
Okay.
Now, when P2B came, before he came, his mantra in his billboard, the first time up table, fighting crime with jobs, fighting crime with education. And when he came in, he took a political decision on how incompetent government setup had been in managing educational systems in the state level. He handed over the management of schools to the church. Today, Ghana, some of the schools church and manage, and compare it with what we had before. A for that Anambra State had really advanced when it comes to education and the provision of at least good education.
Don't you think that was a kind of political settlement? Some persons may argue it is because P2B is of Catholic Church, so they would like to hold back the power. So you give back the churches to Catholic. I'm coming. You have to give back the power to the Catholic Church and the churches because they have power, both Anglican and Catholic, so that you can pacify them.
You see, the problem I have in this part of the world is that our people are so sentimental, where they are supposed to be logical. We are talking about provision of good education. That is the bottom line. The bottom line is, are the people getting good education? Or when Anambra State can for in Europe, in America, first the global competition.
That is
coming from a public school, as at that time. Manakita Noah, if you go there structurally, facilities, if you will change, and I'm not mind the sentimental, only for me, I'm not of any even I'm not a church person. I'm not a joker, every day and every day. So I'm not speaking the mind for the church. I'm just telling you that we have to be reasonable and logical, as long as it impacts positively to the minds of the people. Now, when you talk about Anambra State generally, we have had a good fair of bad and good governance, but ultimately we will continue demanding and driving towards perfection.
Perfection.
And then na soludo ge tia na mbareba me anya Japan of Africa wani le ga fubene and I ga body touch komenya.
Okay, because we talk about the past so that we move to the present and move to the future. So talking about that very issue of not being pacifying the Catholics or pacifying the church because of their power. Yes. What about the increment in the school fees? Because some persons say, yes, we have good education, but you increase school fees. You increase the school fees. Can you control them? You gave back the school back to the missionaries on missions. But did you do that just because you want to pacify them, to give them that very sense of belonging? did you really monitor them? Because the school monitoring is left for government to regulate schools. If government is left by the legislation and by the constitution of Nigeria and state legislation as well, where were you? Did you really kind of regulate them very well when they increase or when they mismanage these schools? Yes, they manage it very well, but when they mismanage, where was government? Because some persons are complaining that these very schools, yes, good education, but we can't pay. Our kids are paying close to 80,000 naira in government schools, secondary school. Not about time of exams like external exams like WAEC and NECO. We're talking about ordinary. They are paying close to 80,000 naira. Some kids that were supposed to be there are leaving. Where was government in monitoring that or regulating that? Yes, you give it back to them, but if they mismanage it, where is the government?
That is why you need somebody who has vision. That is why you need somebody who has the will of the people at heart to be on the driving seat. That's why you need somebody that is competent. That is why you need somebody that can gain the trust of the people to man the situation. Now, overall, that now I am somebody while we are looking forward towards the Soludo's government, and he comes in, only political decision will address all of this. Do you know that we have the capacity to give our people free and well quality education in Anambra State? We have the capacity, but it needs someone who has the knowledge of how to do it and the political will to do it. So that is why the political will can only come with persuasion. When the person in charge sees that the people will only touch or made the needful. That's why we are clamoring and asking the people to embrace GGM. We cannot achieve these things if we don't have your massive support. Can government Malo that their biggest and their strongest godfather for the people?
Okay, the biggest and the strongest godfather but the people, they are the people. I would like you to come in now. Just call us on 070-381-55515. Let me repeat. 070-381-55515. Or you can as well go to the next line live on Odenibo 99.1 FM to be part of this very program. 090-614-14478 or 090-614-14478. Remember, the topic of today is activating the master key to our freedom. And I've been speaking with Mr. Chinedu Asuzu Peters. He is the publisher of BVI Channel 1, and BVI Channel 1 is powering this very program, Good Governance Ministry, that comes your way every Monday once it is 11 a.m. As you call us now, please, 1 minute is what we need because we have massive listenership. Everybody would like to talk. Make your own contribution. Do not insult the sensibility of anybody. Please turn down the volume of your radio set. Once it is time for you to speak, please, I would like you to speak to the topic and let us respect each other. We're building for development and goodness of mankind. Hello? Hello? Good morning, my brother. Welcome to Good Governance Ministry.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Hello.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
I'm not hearing you, but I know that you will be hearing me there.
Thank you.
Mr. Chidu, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I have only that one question. I've heard from Mr. Chidu the analysis he gave us concerning political freedom, but I'm still confused somewhere. I want him to take just a little minute to explain more in freedom of self-determination so that I can be balanced in my reasoning.
Thank you.
I want to know the difference between freedom of self-determination and the political freedom.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. My brother, we heard you very well. We like the way you spoke to us, even as you didn't hear us, but we were hearing you.
Exactly.
That is how it is. If you call us and you couldn't hear us, we normally hear you.
Go straight to the point.
Go straight to the point. Say what you want to say. He's going to answer you. Hello? Good morning. Welcome to Good Governance Ministry.
I'm not hearing you, but I know you are hearing me. I'm from the Sunday scenario.
Thank you.
I'm making a generator. You could put in truth because charity begins at home. If our leaders from South is here, unite together. They can even make build a seaport, build a promoter refineries, and even promoter airports. Then just an Nigeria, one and they are near the because organizer is somebody like a Christian governor of the mind that people to complain about fertilizer materials. So they started treating their state. Just that. So until I am more, my easy to go to no, Malam Mapaway, specifically because now you may how do you do that now? You could do that to whatever you want on the square. So I thank you so much.
Thank you. My brother, you can call us on 070-381-55515. Remember, you are on radio. We'd like you to say something that would help us to develop, to unite together, to have peaceful coexistence in and among us. Hello? Turn it down, please. Turn down the volume on your radio set, please.
Hello?
I can hear you. Turn down the volume on your radio set. Please, we told you before you call us, turn down the volume on your radio set so that we can hear you. The whole back doesn't help any of us, please. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
My name is John. I'm calling from manager.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you for your speaking.
Good morning to you.
I'm going to ask I'm on the speaking level because people say that the national speaker are down west. Taking in the book, actually, Osana, maybe Nepal, you could have a Nepal if I had it with a Kamoko. Why not to your group? I'm a hard worker about that to the Nepal, that Johan, get the reason why not in your call for more for man. Then I tell you the reason. Maybe all some of the other sectors, you go to them, although that never was some certain problem, you go to them, read them out, ask them some certain questions, how much the feedback had again. I know that now they go on radio every time, but I don't think that organize a chamber like that. But it's better for you to read those people.
Okay.
In the government, read them, although I've never had the talk about it, ask them questions. Then when they give you the question, you not tell the people, then I'm not going to solve all this social problem.
Okay. I think he wants to respond to you now. I would like you to listen. You know that there are two persons. The other person asked about
self-determination
and political freedom.
Okay.
Two of them different than this one.
Let me start with the last one, then I'll go to that one. Now, my brother, if you Wasalo example in Nepal, I am a good protest, and then Nigerians were the power generators, and these ones you are seeing like EEDC, they are just distributors. We've gone there, we've protested, and the response we get is that they can only distribute the power that was supplied to them. Overall EEDC there we're talking. They are only like petrol station. Overall how about the refinery? Overall how they generate the power. They are only distributing it. And don't generate the supplier to them. But AJB cause with the problem. If Nigeria no Nigeria nike. And I can actually address regional government. Because the states, to so large extent, even individual, to a large extent, are handicapped to generate power. Not that they don't have the capacity to do that, but the system of Nigeria as it is structured is to continue impoverishing Nigerian people and making Nigerians victims of Nigerian failure. What am I saying? I have gone to Geometric Power Plant, Naba. I have sat down one-on-one with the former Minister of Power, who is the owner of the Geometric Power Plant, talking about BAT in Nigeria. He highlighted some of the things he told me in confidence. I na abambo I nwere ike ịgba mana ọ nwa aka ji obodo anwa jide ndị be anyị n'ọlụ. All like I know the structure of this country. You've heard me say that so many times. That the irreducible minimum I need a clamor for is to restructure back Nigeria to regional government. Then we will be able to use what we have
I get anyone wine 24-hour-7 and supply to other people. So this issue will be sorted out once and for all, and many other things. So when you hear us talk about these things, now you need the visionary government, governors, and a political bloc. A political bloc, to be honest with you, I believe maybe find from other places. Even the National Assembly, or the same voices in a there. Now, now we need regional government. In the Southeast, we start joining you, like our brothers from the South. They will join. Our people no North Central, they will join. And also, in the West, other people will start clamoring for regional government. Before Nigeria will be collapsed into regional government. If that political freedom I seek from Nigeria. Now from within, a political freedom. And it starts with having men of vision and integrity. Can transform all the Southeast. If we make better political decisions that will start transforming the Southeast. You need now the interconnected. Now let me quickly go over to the second question. Freedom, talking about political freedom and self-determination.
Difference and
How they intertwined. Political freedom will guarantee you self-determination. It is a process. Although that now, political freedom, you'll be able to express your self-determination. Self-determination is for you to decide for yourself what is right for you, without being hoodwinked by forces that are outside your territory. Regional government. It's all intertwined. But the only thing, first of all, you go to now one, we're gathered two. We begin from the known to the unknown. We begin from rebuilding Igbo land first and bringing back the confidence of our people back to their government. Then we now have a voice, a very powerful voice, echoing one very thing, which will guarantee our ultimate freedom in Nigeria. Okay. Regional government. That is our irreducible minimum.
Okay, regional government. I would like you to call us on 070-381-55515 or 090-614-14478. Remember, our topic today we have is activating the master key to freedom. Activating that very master key to our freedom. How do we do it? When you call us, please turn down the volume on your radio set. Please do not insult anybody. Talk to the topic of the day. You can express yourself in a good light, please. Hello? Hello, good morning, welcome.
Good morning. I'm speaking from area.
Thank you, my brother.
I want to thank God for that man that is here. We have to go back to what he's saying truth. I could remember when we were Central State. Nobody, no DTB Rangers International. Nobody. It's just by that time. We make match in sport everywhere. So let's go back. All this divide and rule there we can't work out. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Okay, go ahead.
Sunday, and my best from Udmobus. I'm known as please, I want to use to thank Mr. Chinedu Asos. I'm all out. I'm not ready to I like it every Monday because that young man who didn't want I told her. Only for some people gather to thank him because of his good works. So we continue to keep it up. We appreciate your works. And I believe that with your help, I can achieve what we needed to achieve in this our Southeast region. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. We heard you very well, and we thank God that you heard us. But you can as well always be part of the program by listening. If
Yeah.
you couldn't call, you can listen. Once
Exactly.
it is Monday, 11 a.m., you listen and telling other persons about what you heard. I'm going to www.odenibofm.net and click listen live.
Exactly.
All these places are platform you can get us. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Honorable Engineer Chukwemeka Monday, and I can call him from Momonya.
Okay.
You see, I can't hear you people, but I know you're hearing me. You see, the problem now, they do as you have talked so very, very well.
Oh.
Hey, yeah,
shit.
Honorable Menakaya, you can call us back.
Hi.
I would like to hear you. Same number 070381555515 or 09061414478. Hello.
Hello, Butibanga.
Good morning, my sister. Welcome today.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, you know.
I'm very good. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Daalụ nne o gaa n'iru.
Oh, so the fellow who got one up.
No, Ganiru.
I'm not even in where. Mama, oh, we have to live. So, Tangwa, Suludo. I can do that. You make them with the oh, well, we said I did. I'm going to my number. Some year. Open my to open a bit to you. I'm going to put the back. Go well, I didn't be in Putalatiana. Oh, I leave Columbia and get from you. And they hand over to you. One will not hold you where to put someone to stay on. I didn't even have my party. And came up here. I didn't see where I live. I belong to this party. You can read one neck. One open in a party hour that nobody will let a much like for this young. And just like what other mamma. I want to live up again. I don't know when I am not because the year we get to me. If we get up on your opponent. I am going to the most. And you said that what I'm going to do. So, when I come out of home, it's because I know what I'm going to do. Then I know what I need. Let the next event and we are not telling nothing about you. Then I'm going to come. Come on, where did you pass? We're going to leave again. People, when you want to go to the other Buhari, that's who you are. Over leave the way it is, then I'm the kind of who know where the line. Open up to put it down, woman, know what is going to watch about Nigeria. Open up, let it upload. Open up, and no one is not the kind. None of the fire, and to book at the power.
Hello. Even I see can you find you make your makia abia. I see o to kg 1 minute manega fego and in your kubezi for so na brief tata. O we kid them obo no brief mana o manda basema kan dey so against kafa wa what here. Lieutenant na okay no ni me Ghana for Good Governance Ministry and I have in the studio Mr. Chineda Asuzo. O we bet your man ko wasi kan isi eba wa aputaba na ejugodi so ofoda ajuju ife gbasatalo party politics and good governance. Maka na ife anyị na-ebe a bụ good governance. N'anya, ọnwụ ụfọdụ ndị ga-abụ enwe ike ị na-eme ife dị mma o. Mana ị nọ na pati ọzọ, pati B, anyị nọ na pati A na-achị. Governance na-ekwe n'anya o. So onye bụ my PA maọbụ onye bụ my commissioner jebiabali birthday, but you a very good man. That's a very big problem. How can we handle it? To have that very synergy, because you may have good intention and I have good intention, but my principal doesn't want you to be part of what I'm doing. How can we stop it? But you have goodness for this very party or this very government in personal.
If I say that now the best of the same feather flocks together, and the Kukwa say that now if where you are cannot change you, you change it. Although that now ever here no, and they make that positive impact, why remain there? You have to change it. As long as the bottom line is for you to discharge your goodwill to the people, which you needed to do, that's not an excuse because party gets this. But all I can do is say it will be far better for us to have one political bloc. I want one political bloc, I want one political direction. We want powerful economic policy. I can now implement. Do you know that Abasasi, let me use an example. For example, Nigeria in Southeast were the least number of states up here. 5. Good. Now we're 5. I just say name 5. All the 5 states Basasi. Abia State in Enugu State will PDP. Imo State in Ebonyi State Abolu APC. Anambra Abura Apoga. Now tell me how can these people come together to work without
undermining their individual political interests. If ever milisi amaka anyaru, eager among the politicians, including the governors listening to me, they know they can never come together to do anything. Now the ban on open grazing is a mess and a charade in the southeast. Now the Eastern Security program is a mess and a shame. Everything I'm actually able together to do will be a monumental failure because their political interests and affiliation do not align with each other. Okay. And any house that cannot stand together will definitely fall. And that is why we have been failing. Like I say that the thing I'm pushing for is to have one political direction that will galvanize the efforts and deal with the capacity anyway to start rebuilding our homeland. And it starts with good governance.
Okay, let's pick this very last call so that we know how we go ahead with it. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning, welcome. If you can do it in 1 minute, we are out of time.
I am Patmos Omo. I'm calling from Yoma.
Thank you, my brother.
Actually, the political bloc. The question now is this: how did you try to see weapon? Because number two, these guys in our now, these guys are billionaires. They are money bags. They are big boys. So, do he have the financial muscle to organize those that, because before you can take these guys out, you have to hijack the political structure first of all. And whoever can get more good agitation or you can do the political structure. And when you get the political structure, that's the way you will get more money.
Okay, quickly because I have a lot of time. Now let me say this very once and for all that now. Not the people they will grind the floor towards the political ambition of these big money bag politicians. And the political structure, who are part of the structure, or the ordinary people. The ordinary people that are Monte, the ordinary people not for failed governance. All I do is say our people to participate actively, massively. Although that now people that are around GGM like we're doing, we can be producing every governor of every state in the southeast without any stress. And we're one block of a vote of 1 million to 2, which I believe we have the number. Then who are the money bags? If not money in our 2 election. So what we're saying is that everyone should rally around this message, this revolution GGM is bringing. Come together and become an ambassador of good governance. I need ambassadors across the entire southeast that will be mobilizing people. I get set. And we already setting up a parallel structure. The people's will. No money bag can match. Now the politicians, how many of them raised go more than 500 votes in an election? None of them can do that with all the billions. But look at the agitators on the street. You see millions of people that are coming out under one cause. Now, if we channel that energy to removing these people from political power, taking and overhauling the political structure in Igbo land, I can tell you, with double quick march, we will get the freedom we seek. Okay. Now, how
do you intend to remove them?
It's through political process.
Okay, political
there
process.
is no other way.
So
and that is why we are galvanizing the people to come together under GGM political revolution. And just only thing you need is to identify yourself and call this number 0810 420 7522 0810 420 7522 or 080 6098 2212 080 6098 2212.